Hello and welcome to Lady Laker Field for another edition of Calloway Live. My name is Brian Wilworth. We are here to bring you the home team, Lady Lakers, against the visiting Lady Eagles from Graves County. And like last year, I'm joined with my good friend and former Lady Laker softball coach, Coach Eddie Morris. Coach Morris, welcome.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. It's the first time I've had a chance to come out and watch the girls play, so I'm looking forward to the game.
So this is the first time that you have seen this. How did we have the backstop this way last year?
No, I believe this is the first time I've been here. I believe so.
And we've got the screen. That's a new addition since you've been here.
Yeah, the field looks great. They've done a good job with it.
Today is senior day, so before the broadcast started, they honored number 21, Addison Scott, the first baseman for Calloway County. She is the only senior on the Lady Laker team. Coach Morris, I will add that Graves County is on a 7-game winning streak.
Graves has been playing pretty well as of late. They've I was taking a look at their one-loss record. They've lost a few games here in the region and everything, but I think what's the record? 18 wins.
I believe
the
so.
Season. So they're playing well. Looking at the lineup, I've noticed a lot of girls that I know. Dana here is our leadoff batter. She contributed a great deal to their regional basketball team this year. Good athlete.
And here's the first pitch. Just a little outside. That'll be a ball. Graves County defeated the Lady Lakers by a score of 2-0 on April the 15th in Graves County, and that was game one of their current 7-game winning streak.
Yeah, they
and right down the middle, good pitch there.
Nice pitch, yeah.
Don't mind being the first game that you win, but I'd rather be the game that ends your winning streak.
There you go.
Or not even be in your winning streak at all. That's probably better, wouldn't it?
Nice pitch.
That was a good pitch.
Lakin this year, talking to Coach Webb before the game started, 179 strikeouts and only 5 walks.
Yeah, her walks are in single digits. I actually thought they were a little more than that, but that's right, 5. 179 and 5 walks. That's pretty good. Count now goes back to 2-2.
That's a pretty good ratio on them.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
Well, and from the coaching standpoint, that's what you want your kid doing. Spotting the ball up, throwing strikes when she needs to. Says a lot about her control.
That'll be out number 1. Leadoff strikeout. You always like your leadoff batter to not get on base. Number 24, Lindsey Whitlock, I believe.
Yep.
Steps in. And pitch was outside, and she went across the plate for it. Go down as a strike. The wind is kind of up and down here. It was blowing a lot harder. Another one up in the zone. Got her to go for it. Is that a rise ball?
No, she's just locating her pitches real well. That's if you're going to throw a rise ball, you got to really get on it. Kaylin Fox, back when she was playing, she could throw the ball about 62 miles an hour, and she couldn't throw a rise ball.
Really, you have to throw it harder than that?
Well, yeah.
Are in there, okay.
Yeah.
2 batters, 2 down, 2 up, 2 down, both by strikeout.
Number 3 hitter, let's see how she throws to her.
Kristen Wimsatt. She is a freshman.
Well, I'll tell you what, the good thing about Lakin is watching her pitch. Although she's throwing some pitches that was a ball, but it's one of those pitches that's close enough to the plate that, a hitter wants to go for it, especially early in the count. One thing I will say about Graves, they are swinging the bat, so.
You're right. They're not going up there taking any.
No.
I don't know if I've seen them take a called strike yet. All 6 have been that one right there. That's the first.
Breaks record, streak, right?
Yeah, 8 strikes. That's the first one that they haven't swung at.
And that's the other thing about Lakin, working ahead in the count. I mean, that's from a coaching standpoint. That's and there you go, placement again. That's kind of one of those pitches. It's borderline strike, ball. It's in the top of the zone. And it just seems like a lot of high school kids have trouble laying off that high pitch.
Well, how long do you estimate, or do you believe, you probably actually know the exact answer, that Lakin's been pitching?
Gosh, she started pitching when she was in the 8th grade.
So she's a junior. She's a junior now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
4 years.
Maybe 7th grade. Maybe.
I can't remember if she was in the 7th grade or not. Possibly so.
Somebody that throws like that has probably played some travel ball.
Oh yeah. Well, the other thing too, for everybody who's a fan of fast pitch softball, the pitchers are the hardest workers because during the off season, that's what they're doing. I mean, there's really not an off season. Even if you play another sport and you're going to be good at pitching, you've got to pitch.
Right.
And I know Lakin goes to a coach, and she's worked with this guy for a lot of years, and obviously it's paying off.
She definitely has some control.
Yeah. It makes it a whole lot easier on you when you're calling pitches, knowing that your kid can spot the ball up like she's doing right now. She reminds me a lot of Lindsey Rucker. Not at all an overpowering pitcher, but she threw strikes.
Right. Lindsey Rucker, the starting pitcher the year you were the coach, they went to finished number 3 in the state.
Yep.
Won the regional championship actually on Graves County's field.
Yep.
Victoria Doughty, freshman, shortstop for Calloway County, leadoff batter here, bottom of the first. First pitch was a strike. And she fouls that one back off the screen.
Yeah.
Thankfully didn't go off our crowd mic.
2 strikes here. You got to be tough. So let's see what the pitcher does right here. Typically this will be a pitch outside the zone. So of course, if she's got a lot of confidence, she may go right at her. Top of the zone.
Yep.
That's a good spot right there. Again, tough pitch to lay off of with 2 strikes.
Yeah, like you just said, you got 2 strikes and it comes down and, is it above my hands? Is it right at my hands?
Yeah.
Is it below my hands? And, well, you know what? The scoreboard must be wrong because he just called that a strike. And now it's 2-2. Okay. All righty. So just disregard all that stuff that Coach Moore said about being a two-strike hitter a while ago.
Yeah.
And apply it to right now.
So 3-2 count here. Boy, I tell you, it sure does help you getting your leadoff hitter on. There you go.
Battling in there. Is this something that you like to see your leadoff batter, take some pitches, foul some off? That way your next batter and the people in the dugout can get a better look at the pitcher? Is that better than just going up there and hitting a pop-up first pitch?
Well, if you got a good leadoff hitter, they understand that concept, going up and working the pitcher as much as you can to get as many looks as you can.
Called third strike right there. Looked like it was at the base of the zone there.
Yeah. But again, too close to take.
For the Lakers, number 12, Paige Kramer.
But what you're saying there, you want people to get a good look.
Paige Kramer, the starting second baseman, is a 7th grader, number 12. Paige Kramer. She has started second base, I believe, every game this year. Hits a little blooper there, and shortstop comes in. Be a little soft liner there. Going to book as an F6.
Next up the bat.
And here we go. This is our only senior here for Senior Day at Lady Laker Field. Number 21, Addison Scott, third baseman. Here in the last 2 weeks, she has been hitting the ball and putting some. Ooh, good stretch there. Good stretch there. That'll go down to 6-3. Third out. So at the end of one, scores 0-0. Coach Morris, I've been watching college fast pitch softball on TV way before my 13-year-old was even born. As I just like the speed of the game.
Right.
I've always been as everyone that knows me, I'm a huge St. Louis Cardinal fan.
Right.
But there's something about watching the athleticism of college fast pitch softball and how hard it is to get a hit. You hit a ball in a gap, it goes to the fence, and you're lucky to get a double.
Right.
Just watching how powerful they are and the slap hitters and the speed and how quick. If you bobble the ball at shortstop or third, the runner's safe.
Right.
So I've always been impressed with the athleticism and the speed of the game. And now that my daughter actually plays a little bit, then it's made it even more enjoyable.
Right. Well, and that's one of the things for me. A drawback for baseball has become the length of the games and how long it takes you. Right now, you can pretty much figure on investing 3 hours in watching a game.
Right.
But
right.
The speed of softball. Of course, you've got the ladies playing everything, and so they're going to say, well, you got girls playing, so let's shorten everything up. But I'll tell you what, the ladies have to be every much of an athlete as the guys do to play this game. In fact, years ago when Kaylin Fox was pitching, some of the guys from the high school team got in the cage with her just to see if they could hit her, and they didn't fare too well.
Did they even foul tip any? Surely
a couple foul tips, but nobody put the ball in play. Boy, nice.
First pitch strike.
Yep.
It's number 21, Amanda Hartigan. She is a senior. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seniors on this Graves County team. Ooh, she took her outside.
Yeah. Lakin's got just a little bit of a tail on her ball. I guess it's a little bit of a natural spin that she's got on her release. And so it's kind of like a flat slider. It just kind of comes in there and breaks a little bit.
Since I don't know, there may be people that are going to be watching this game. And there you go. There's the fourth batter and the fourth strikeout. You just said natural tail. Not exactly sure what a tail means on a pitch like that.
Just got a little bit of a natural break on it. I'll tell you one thing. It'll be interesting to see what Lakin does in the later part of the game, the latter part of the game. She's pretty consistent going upstairs to get that third strike. So
see if they talk and get used to it and they start waiting on it.
Exactly.
This is Caitlin McGill, number 1. She is also a senior. She is batting from the left side of the box. And fouled off that, so it's another first pitch strike. Took her up. She laid off of it.
Yep.
The sun has come out. The wind has died down a little bit. You can still see the flag. It's kind of blowing straight to left field. When I came out here early, it was blowing straight dead, pointing back towards the middle school. If anybody got one up, it's probably going to go out. Or got it up with some oomph.
Yeah.
How's that?
A little bit of pop.
Yeah. And there's one hitting the play. She came up on it.
Yep. First step was in, and you don't think about teaching your infielders that. The outfielders are supposed to, get a read on the hit, and you definitely don't want to come in because the ball gets over your head out there. Obviously, it's extra bases, but when you take that first step in, all of a sudden you get fooled and got a little blooper right over your head.
Sophomore Taylor Travis, number 5, steps into the box, and another. I should have marked that down on the first inning, but all 3 of the batters this inning have first pitch strikes.
Yep.
Let's see if Caitlin McGill.
Got a pretty good lead over there at first.
And that is fouled back. Lucky for me, this brick was here. I don't think we have a 5-second or 3-second delay button that would have been necessary if that ball would have hit me right in the shin. We'd all been in trouble. Well, I'd have been in trouble. Oh, she sets up in the other box, anticipating the steal.
Well, when you do that, it's a good thing. If you got a kid who's taking a little bit of a lead down there at first base, go ahead and pitch out and throw down there. Even if you don't have a shot at getting her, it makes her, she'll keep her a step closer.
And went outside, and there is another strikeout. All 5 strikeouts have been swinging strikeouts. Like we said, they've only taken 1, maybe 2 called strikes, 1 that I can remember. It's number 55, Audrey Jo Kemp. Another pitch out, and was it a good call? Calls her safe. Safe. Stolen base.
Yeah.
It was close. I think from here, she probably was safe. It looked like feet got there. And a strike.
Excuse me. That's where going down there on that little bit of a pitch out there would have been a good idea to throw down to.
Popped up. Is it going to be out of play? It's in play. And senior number 21, Addison Scott, catches the ball. That is the first out for Graves County that has not been a strikeout.
Gosh.
So 4 batters, 3 outs. Batter never made it past second base, so I'm going to count that as a okay in my book.
Yeah, and if we hadn't got a bad read on that pitch, it'd have been a 1-2-3 inning that time.
So on a play like that, do most people see that as a hit or an error? Or does it depend on what level? If that was college, would that have been an error? More than likely.
If I was scoring in college, that would have been an error.
Okay.
In high school ball, that's a hit.
Okay.
Not to take away from the kids, but it's the athletes in college have to make that read.
Right.
That's what they're getting paid to do.
Oh, mercy. You mean by the academic scholarship that they receive?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Financial aid.
And the per diem that they get when they're on the road to pay for their meals.
That's right. I dare say probably none of the ladies college players benefit the same way some of the football players might.
You're right. Not everybody can be Mr. Tunzel, who famously last Thursday announced on ESPN that he was paid while playing at Ole Miss, right? Did you see that?
Well, I won't get into it, but I no longer watch ESPN.
Okay.
We'll just leave it at that.
And if it hadn't been the first round of the draft, I probably wouldn't have been watching it either. My ESPN viewership in the last 9 months has decreased tremendously. There's a hit. Will she get her? Will she get her? And she got her. I thought it was going to go through, and the girl went back in the hole to get it, bobbled it, and got up and made a strong throw. So it'll go down in the book. Now, in the book, they won't know how close that was to being a hit.
Right. It was a good job of the second baseman staying with it. You do have some time over there. If that ball's hit at shortstop, she's safe.
Right. Here's the most interesting walk-up music on the team. Number 15, catcher Haley Kelso. She's a junior.
Kelly always had a sweet swing. Of course, most left-handers have a really nice-looking swing. And when they put the bat on the ball, there's usually some pop to it.
There you go. Hits it back to the ticket gate.
But one good thing about this screen, the old screen that was back there, and you could get killed going to the concession stand.
Hear that screen when they first put it? That was the original backstop, I believe. I don't believe that one fell down or anything. The original one did. But you're right. It was kind of short, wasn't it?
It was short.
It might be something you see on a T-ball or a coach pitch league.
I believe so.
There goes one and hit towards the left fielder. And
just
her last couple of steps, it looked like she might have misjudged it, but she did not. She was right there on it. That'll go as an F7. And that's the second out.
Next up for the Lakers, number 43, Ellie Futrell.
We've got 5 outs, and so far, the last 4, we put the ball in play.
Right.
You keep putting the ball in play, keep putting it in play, and eventually good things will happen.
Change battery pack.
Number 43, Ellie Futrell. She is the designated player for today's contest. And she puts it in play, hits it to the shortstop. And there we go. It'll be a 6-3, out number 3. So in the bottom of the second inning, no runs, no hits, none left on base. Score is 0-0.
You got to get a little bit more pop on the ball too. It's of course the one that Kelly hit. Thought wind might take it down the line a little bit more, but it just kind of stayed up there and floated, and she was able to get her glove on it. But
now, Coach Moore, most times when the batter is left-handed and they hit one out into left field, does the ball usually veer more right or more left? You see a lot of left-handed batters when they hit one to right field. And I'm using my hands like everybody can see me. But it kind of veers off towards the right field line.
Yeah, a right-hander, when they hit the ball down the right field line, has a tendency to slice and get to the foul territory pretty quick. Kind of looks like my golf swing. And same thing with a left-hander. Left-hander hits a ball to left field, it's going to slice to the left field line. And even line drives that are hit to the alleys a lot of times have a tendency to have a little bit of a curve on them.
Good throw to second.
Yep.
And here we go. We are getting ready to begin the top of the third inning. This is pitcher Mackenzie Payne. She is a senior, number 7. Steps into the batter's box. And first pitch strike. Can't say enough about first pitch strikes. Is there ever any edge when a pitcher is thrown against a pitcher? As a pitcher batting, do you have some type of advantage over maybe, say, the shortstop or center fielder? Or
not in high school. Maybe so in college. But even in college, a lot of times depends on the program. Some of your pitchers are your best athletes. But once you in high school, definitely your pitchers.
Yanked that one foul. Kelso asked for it up in the zone, and she got it, and she fouled it off.
There are a few instances. Of course, Lakin doesn't hit, but she just concentrates on pitching. And back when I used to coach baseball, a lot of times I would pinch hit or I would use a designated hitter for my pitchers the day they were throwing, just to ease their mind a little bit. But
so they could just focus on pitching.
Yeah. But with high school athletes, a good athlete, let them swing the bat.
And there we go. One batter, one strikeout. Did you ever pinch hit for Pookie?
Well, I'll be honest, I didn't coach Pookie.
I'm sorry, I thought that you coached Pookie. That was right before you?
That was a year before I took over. Now, it was kind of fun because after Pookie completed his
there's a bunt by the next batter.
Nice job, Annabeth.
There you go. Annabeth gets her.
That was a really good play by Annabeth Carter. But after Pookie signed with the Rockies out of college, he would come back before he left to go to spring training, and we would throw to him in the cage. After we finished practice, he would show up and we'd throw, and he would hit. And I'd try to figure out.
Should be to the catcher, and it is.
But I would pick his brain about what they were telling him at the pro level, and I would get some tips. And every once in a while, we'd pick something up that would help him out.
Number 18, Sarah Watts laid down a good bunt. Annabeth Carter came in, charged it, made a good play, strong throw. And so that was the second out, and the next batter went back to the top of the order, number 6, Dana Adams, and she hit a pop-up that went to the catcher. So that wins down as an F1, strikeout, bunt out, and a pop-up out. So 1, 2, 3, they go down in order. No runs, no hits, none left on base.
I was talking earlier about seeing where Lakin was going to throw those two strike pitches, and I said it'd be interesting to see if Graves kind of went to school on those. I'll have to kind of stand corrected because Coach Webb's calling them pitches, so so we'll see if Coach Webb goes to school.
Number 25, Celia Murphy, who is starting today in left field. steps into the batter's box to start the bottom half of the third inning, and there's a first pitch strike. Good-looking pitch. You know, there are some batters who, you know, they will take that first pitch, whether it's a strike or not, and there's some coaches that say, you know, if it's in the zone, swing at it. What is your thoughts on the very first pitch of the at-bat?
Well, here's the deal. Celia's hitting 212 right now. That's her average. You don't take a whole lot of pitches. I mean, that's just about because what you want to do is you want to give yourself as many opportunities to hit as you can.
And if you take that, and if you take the first pitch and it is a strike, now you've.
Yeah, I mean, you're only giving yourselves 2 more chances, you know. And if she gets ahead by another, there you go.
She hits it.
Yeah.
Shortstop. Error throw to first base, and so she will take second. Nice job. Nice job. Nice hustle. Nice hustle down the line. She could have easily given up on that. She still would have been safe at first, but she never would have made it to second.
Up next for the Lakers,
so by hustling out of the box,
Pittman.
The overthrow takes her.
Well, nobody out. Let's see if Coach Webb bunts and moves them over. Put that runner 60 feet away.
Abby Pittman. Number 23 playing right field. Runner in scoring position.
The Celia did a good job. I mean, it's high school ball. You put the bat on the ball. Somebody's got to catch it, pick it up, and throw it, and the other person's got to catch it.
Fouls the first one off, and second pitch, she squares around to bunt. Pulls back, thought maybe it was inside, but it was a strike. So now we know that this isn't going to be a bunt. And fouls it off, hangs in there. Everything that Coach Moore said in the first inning now applies here as well. 2-strike hitter.
Yeah. I had a young man that played for me years ago that was in a terrible slump. We're playing down in Henry County. He gets 2 strikes on him. I tell him to bunt. And he looks at me like my mind has just been launched for Mars. And so he did. He bunted. Threw the ball away at first, threw the ball away at third, and he wound up with inside the park home run.
So he was officially out of the slump, or did he go back in at the next bat?
No, I wasn't out of the slump, but it was good to touch home plate.
other than crossing into the batter's box?
That's right.
And there's another. That's a good-looking foul ball there.
I don't think his parents expected it either.
The other coach and other team surely didn't.
No.
Foul ball's being thrown back in.
We could use a hit here, Abby. Put the ball in play, preferably on the right side. Move that runner.
Oh, she works her back. He was 0-2, and she gets a ball, fouls one off. Gets a ball, fouls one off, and now has another ball, so it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Like to see Miss Murphy get a good lead. Good jump on this one. And there's the ball. She looks her back, makes the throw, and she is out at first. Murphy stays at second. That's a tough play right there because you can't get too big of a lead because the shortstop's looking right at you.
Well, another thing.
And then by the time they throw it to first, you don't have a big enough jump to go all the way to third. So that's tough there.
Yeah, and then the shortstop's catching the ball, moving towards second. So that's another thing.
Yep. Center fielder Megan Greer, number 30. Bats from the left side. See if she can hook one to right. Oh, comes back this way. Megan is a junior, one of the many juniors. Graves County has a host of seniors. Calloway has a bunch of juniors on their team. For a left-handed batter, that's a big gap there in right center. They must be thinking she's going to swing a little late or something.
The Graves pitcher has a tendency. She goes with that changeup with 2 strikes. She's done it about 3 times already, and she has a tendency to miss high. if she ever does get the ball down a little bit lower, that would be a really good pitch to tee off on.
We're here at Calloway County High School, Lady Laker Field. We're in the bottom of the third inning. 0-0. Celia Murphy, number 25 for Calloway, is on second base. And number 30, Megan Greer. The on-deck circle is the leadoff batter for Calloway. Shortstop, Victoria Doughty. And there's the ball back to the pitcher. It'll go down as a 1-3, but the runner does move over. So 1-3, that's the second out. And now we go to the top of the order.
Back to the top of the lineup, number 2, Victoria Doughty.
Sun is behind a ginormous cloud, and then the wind just picked up. Ooh, I tell you what, I'm glad I got this headset on. That ear's be cold.
I'm telling you.
Oh.
You know, and the thing too, I mean, they played some warm days and everything. Those aluminum bats, they have a lot of a jar in them when they, especially if you mishit it.
And Victoria hits it up. Will the catcher get it? She's under it, and she does. Circles back around. Fine play by Casey Kemp, the 8th grader from Graves County. That'll go as F2. And that's the third out of the inning. So in the third inning, 0 runs, 0 hits, 1 left on base. 0-0 still. We're at the 4th inning. This is what I was talking about earlier, that I really like the speed of the game.
Yeah.
We're not sitting here hanging out. Nice background music. I hope everybody can hear that as well as I can. You can see that it is a little bit chilly. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Lakers out there with their pullovers on. The Lakers on the front, their number on the back. You can still see who they are.
I think times have changed a little bit. Back when we were kids playing ball, everybody had a set of sleeves on underneath their jersey. I mean, even if it was 100 degrees.
Ours were the 3/4 sleeves.
Yeah.
Ours were the 3/4 sleeves. And you had knee-high socks and stirrups.
Yep.
They weren't the socks that had the stirrups built into them.
No.
Or painted or colored or dyed into them.
Nope.
The thing is, these girls do have sleeves because they wore them at Tuesday at Trigg County, but here, I guess they thought it was going to be a little warmer. So
I believe I'd be going back in the locker room and
between innings, I'd be changing, yeah. Here we go. This is number 24, Lindsey Whitlock.
And Lindsey Cade last time.
Leadoff batter to start the 4th inning for Graves County. First pitch strike. Make sure I'm saying her name right. I do have down Whitlock. So
Yeah, that's what I had.
when I copied onto my score sheet, I couldn't read my handwriting. You know what? My handwriting is why I didn't go to medical school. I was afraid nobody'd be able to read the prescription and somebody might get really sick. So I thought that just for the best of mankind, that because of my handwriting, I not be a doctor. Has nothing to do that I wouldn't be able to pass any of the exams or get accepted. It was my handwriting.
You know what they call the guy who was last in the class in medical school?
Doctor?
Doctor, that's right.
That's right.
Oh, it scares me every time.
It's kind of scary.
I'm telling you.
Should you ask that question when you go in?
Yeah.
Now, where were you
what was
in
your
class?
rank?
2 strikes. She fouled one off, and here it comes. And
Nice little
strikeout.
changeup. Nice changeup.
Good pitch there by Lakin.
Next up, Graves, number 13, Kristen Wimsatt.
Kristen They said Wimsatt. I'm not for sure if it's Wimsatt or
I'm not sure
Wimsatt.
either.
Wimsatt.
We don't have the benefit of.
And hits a little
Nice
blooper
bunt.
there. She might
Nice
make it,
bunt.
and she does.
Yeah.
It went and then just died and spun, didn't it?
Yep.
And she jumped on that first pitch. You notice that?
Yeah.
You would think that as a coach, if you're seeing how many first pitch strikes she's getting across, do you then tell your girls, hey, get ready to swing on the first pitch? Squares around the bunt, bunts it up and back.
That's one thing. If I'm looking at stats and I'm seeing that she's thrown 180 strikeouts and
five
walks, she's got the ball around the plate. 95% of the time. So why not go up there swinging?
And up in the zone, she hits it. And senior Addison Scott pulls it down. Goes to F3. Coach Morris, I'm fixing to ask the question that everybody wants to know the answer to, and you get 7 different answers when you ask it.
Huh.
When does the infield fly rule come into play?
With less than 2 outs, runner on first and second, or first, second, and third.
Okay, so since there was only 1 runner on first.
Right.
And what a good play by Addison Scott. Ball hit over in foul territory, and she comes over and does the underhand basket catch. And what a play for the senior.
That was a tough little play because it was right up against the dugout there. So good job of keeping her eye on the ball.
And did you notice that the first batter struck out, the second batter, first pitch bunt, the next batter, first pitch pop-up, the next batter, first pitch pop-up.
Right.
So you wonder if that's not a conversation that's being said in the locker room right now.
If a team is playing pretty well in the region, one of the top teams, one of the reasons that they're playing pretty well is because probably the conversations that are going on and the fact that they are talking to each other and letting each other know, well, she threw me this with this count, watch out for this pitch when she gets ahead, and the coach is probably over there talking about, hey, guys, she's thrown, 10 first pitch strikes so far during the course of the game, so let's go up there and let's get after her.
And that's something that you're saying. It's not just a conversation between a coach and the players, but the players talking
themselves.
to each other.
Yeah. Now, if you're not playing very well, conversations in the dugout are probably what's on sale at Dairy Queen this week.
Flavor of the day at Culver's.
There you go.
Paige Kramer. I'm not sure she fouled that off or not. I don't know if she fouled it or the...
Yeah, I think it was a foul.
Either way, it's going to go down as first pitch strike. Paige Kramer, the 7th grader, starting at second base. And fouls the second one off.
Well, the good thing about that right there is the pitches are close and she's swinging a bat. She's not sitting around waiting and letting the umpire figure out,
In the first inning, she hit a soft liner to shortstop, fouls that one back, and you heard that clunk noise. That was because it almost hit the field, Mike. but it made it. It survived. As I said earlier, this is another production from Calloway Live, a group of students from Calloway County High School under the direction and supervision of Mr. Randy Herndon. Calloway Live and Calloway County High School has once again been a leader in the state of Kentucky in high school student TV production, winning all kind of awards, and she hits the ball back to the pitcher. Pitcher fields her position, and it'll go down as a 1-3, out number 1. Senior 21, Addison Scott.
Addison grounded out short last time, so let's see what she does this time. That's another thing. If you're not hitting the ball very well, as a player, taking the ball right back up the middle, going up there with a plan, rather than just going up there and swinging.
That ball was inside, and this catcher here is an 8th grader, and she did a really good job of framing that ball and trying to snag it back.
Yeah.
It wasn't where she grabbed it and yanked it, which is obvious. I mean, it was just very subtle.
Well, that's where all this traveling ball comes in, because these kids, by the time
she pops it up, looks like it's going to be the shortstop. Yeah. She calls it and is under it.
By the time these guys, she being an 8th grader, there's no telling how many games she's got under her belt. I mean, you just tell by the way they're walking around, the way they carry themselves on the field. And like you said, the way she's handling her glove behind the plate, you can tell that she's experienced, even though she is just an 8th grader.
That's right. Annabeth Carter steps in. She's the one who hit the ball between first and second. Second baseman went back onto the grass, made a great play, bobbled it, stayed with it. Close call at first, but she was out on a 4-3 put out. Fouls that one off.
You getting a TV screener?
I have no idea. Maybe Family Guy will be on. We can watch it. We can watch a few seconds.
I haven't watched it yet, so I'm not going to start now.
That was outside. Good job by Annabeth not going for it. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Wind is starting to pick up, unfortunately. And right there on the corner. Annabeth steps back in. She's a 3rd baseman, a member of the sophomore class, and she puts it in play. Long throw and a stretch.
Yep.
Annabeth is out on a 6-3. We've kept the shortstop busy, you can say that. We've kept them all busy. You know, you look down through here.
One thing about Anna B right there, you saw the pitch was on the outside, the one she hit to second base, hit the ball where it was pitched. That pitch was a little bit on the inside corner, inside 3rd. She hits the ball to shortstop, so that's good. I mean, she's hitting the ball where it's pitched.
Yep. We played 4 innings, the score is 0-0, and of the 12 outs, Calloway County only has 1 strikeout. So, you know, like we're saying, they're putting the ball in play. Now on the other side, after 4 innings, Graves County, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts. 7 of their 12 outs so far have been strikeouts. Oh, look at there. I like that. Will it set better on that if it. Ah, look at that. Use my phone there to block it. Yeah. That's his next couple of innings. As it sun goes behind that cloud again. That'll be pretty good, won't it? Look at that. Can you see that? That's nice. These students do an outstanding job, whether it be football, soccer, baseball, basketball, volleyball, especially the basketball, because the basketball is live, because you've got the connection in the press box and the monitor. And when you're doing it in the gym, they have that piece of equipment, they can do the instant replay. And so a big play happens, and they have the students that go down on the court, and when they're shooting the free throws, you're right there in your face like regular TV.
Well, I'll tell you, the way TV is expanding, I mean, you got 300 channels you can watch. There's so many things on nowadays. I would think that jobs in this area, you would getting the experience that these kids are getting, you could go turn that into a career.
Sophomore Taylor Travis, number 5, batted in the 2nd inning, struck out. And here in the leadoff position in the 5th inning is down 0-2. And she hits one, and it goes back. And Annabeth Carter backpedals and sticks up her mitt, and a little bit of a leap at the end, and snags that one.
Next up, Graves, number 55.
We'll take it.
Yep.
That's an F5. Harder Joe Kemp. The 2nd inning. Popped up to the first baseman, senior Addison Scott. Ball comes back to the screen, foul ball, and that'll go down as another first pitch strike.
I will say this, because of the way that Lakin moves the ball around, hits her spots and everything. Even though Graves is putting the bat on the ball, they're not getting any great pitches to hit. They're all around the peripheral, around the plate.
Ooh, with 2 strikes, would you have laid off that one?
Well, that's where we talked about, where did she put it? Where's the location with 2 strikes? Right top of the zone, just above the hands, and she laid off that one.
Could go back to some of the conversation you said that they probably have in the dugout.
Right. Well, we've been up and up and up, so it'd be nice to go down and in now and see what we could do with her.
And hits it back. She's battling up there.
Yep.
She's hanging with it. Number 55. One of my good friends was number 55 at Murray State University. His name is Lamont Dean, and we referred to him as the double nickel.
Lamont Dean. He's a good guy.
He's a large man.
Yes, he was.
And she
Let
hung
it go
with
foul.
it. Foul ball. She touched it. Oh. I thought he had. No, he pointed foul. He pointed fair. Pointed fair. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, that's the one where you just let it roll, let it get foul.
Next up, number 7, Mackenzie
But
Pine.
you get that with a young player.
So if you pick the ball up when it's on the chalk,
It's a fair ball.
it's a fair ball. Okay. Only the second base runner. This is the third base runner that Graves County has had. Number 7, the pitcher, Mackenzie Payne.
Yeah.
Mackenzie Payne. Hopefully she will not pull an Adam Wainwright, who helped himself the other day with a 3-run homer for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Well, she struck out last time she batted, so let's keep that streak alive.
Squares around to bunt, pulls back, and save at second.
Try to make the tag before the ball gets there. A little bit of a short hop, but you just got to stay with that one, catch it, and then tag.
That was one of the few first pitches that was not a strike. It was close. Ooh, that one came right back here towards me. Now we're 1-1. Coach Morris, do pitchers ever feel when they are allowed to bat extra pressure because they are pitching and that they should set the tone and help themselves? Good bunt right there, Lakin. Out! Oh! Naturally, I'm going to yell out whether she was out or not. Goes that's a 1-3. So that's the second out. Coach Webb calls time on that play. So with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th, Graves County scores a run. Goes up on the Lakers, 1-0.
Yep.
Lakers still have nine outs to work with. Of course, we have put the ball in play 11 of our 12 at-bats. So all we got to do is keep putting in play. Like you mentioned earlier, you put the ball on the bat, the other team has to make the catch, they have to make the throw, and then they have to make the catch.
Yep.
So you do one thing right, the other team has to do 3 things right, right?
That's high school ball, and that's that's part of it.
Next up, number 18, Sarah Watts.
So this is number 18, Sarah Watts.
We got 2 outs. Nice pitch.
First pitch strike. She batted in the 3rd inning, and Sarah Watts did hit the ball to Annabeth. She made a good play and a strong throw over to senior, can't say that enough today, senior number 21, Addison Scott, for the out. Ooh, my goodness. That came right at me, didn't it? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you flinch?
I'll tell you what, I've been away from the game enough now that I do flinch just a little bit, I'll have to admit.
I flinched as well.
I'll tell you what will be interesting to see. Had a little bit of a hiccup there.
And there's strike 3.
Should have let that ball roll foul, and then we bunt, get an out, and the girl is aggressive and takes home plate. And so dealing with high school athletes, sometimes the wheels can fall off right there. But they come back, get a strikeout. Now let's see what they do with the bats.
1 run on 1 hit, 0 left on base, as you can see on the screen. We are in the 5th inning. Graves County 1, Calloway 0.
Let's see, Kaylee's going to lead off. I guess Kaylee Kelso, I think she'll lead off for us.
Oh, let me go to the sheet that says Calloway County on it so I can.
I should have brought some gloves. Man.
Kaylee Kelso, number 15, junior, catcher for Calloway County. She had a good one out into, my goodness, you're right, that did just hit me there. That cold wind just penetrated my windbreaker and chilled my bones.
Yeah, they got that name wrong, didn't they? Windbreaker. I don't think.
I think it's a wind accelerator. So leadoff batter here for the Lakers in the 5th inning. Catcher Kelso. Oh, and straight to the shortstop. Good contact. Ellie Futrell, ground out to the shortstop.
Next up for the Lakers, number 43, Ellie Futrell.
Puts the ball in play to the second baseman. Slow roller. Gets it. Makes a strong throw to first. Down, that's a 4-3. Second out of the inning. So here we go with Celia Murphy.
Number 25, Celia Murphy.
Celia Murphy hit the ball to the shortstop and made it to second base and was advanced over to third on a ball put in play and was stranded at third. So with 2 outs, let's see what she can do here. First pitch strike for Mackenzie Payne. Mackenzie Payne, the senior pitcher for the Graves County Lady Eagles. Takes that one outside, 1-1, 2 outs. And she hits it back up the middle. Nice job by Celia Murphy. That'll be the first hit of the game for Calloway County.
Up to bat now, number 23, Abby Pittman.
So it'll be up to Miss Pittman here. Abby Pittman, see if she can get her around. With 2 outs, does he take a chance to send her to second?
With maybe 2 strikes.
Ball comes
and
back.
the thinking there is that, you know, if it's a pitch that's close, we're going to be swinging the bat anyway. And a lot of times they'll throw a breaking pitch or a change-up or something like that. I know this Miss Payne is with 2 strikes. She's thrown that change-up some, so that's a good pitch to steal on.
Oh, and she hits it. Will she? Oh, tries to mess up the second baseman. And did that mess up the second baseman? And there's a bad throw to first. And Celia comes over to third.
Let's see right here. There's nobody backing up the pitcher, or the catcher, I'm sorry, on that throw. being a good job of Celia, kind of rounded it a little bit.
To see what they would do with it?
Yeah, just make the catcher just take it, especially the 8th grade catcher.
So junior Celia Murphy standing at third.
Come on, Megan.
Junior Abby Pittman standing at second. And junior Megan Greer standing at the plate. Batting from the left side, number 30, center fielder, fouls one back. And she puts it in play to the third baseman. Third baseman makes a throw and gets it. You know what I liked about that play? The third baseman never hesitated. There's 2 outs. They didn't look at the runner at third and look at the runner at second. 2 outs, throw the ball to first. That's exactly what they did.
Yeah, sometimes even at the high school level, they'll know there'll be 2 outs, but just the fact that runner's there at third base, they'll give a look. And sometimes that's just enough to get that runner safe at first. Like you said, she didn't hesitate and made a good play.
At the end of the 5th inning, score is 1-0. Calloway has left 3 runners on base. Graves County has left 2. Graves County has 2 hits with 1 run. Calloway has 1 hit with 0 runs, 3 left on base. We'll see if in this 6th inning, if Lake and Kelso can continue getting everybody with the first pitch strike.
Gets much colder, I'm going to scoot over to you and snuggle.
If it gets much colder, I will not object. So it'll be okay. Ball right down the middle. Throw to second. Leadoff batter Dana Adams. Dana Adams, number 6, one of the 7 seniors for Graves County Lady Eagles, will step into the batter's box. Leadoff batter here in the top of the 6th. She struck out and then popped up to the catcher. Her first 2 at bats.
Yeah, we need to make sure this would be a great time to get a 1-2-3 inning, especially they had a little momentum in their back pocket after scoring that run in the last inning.
And then putting down our runners on second and third scoring threat. Not for sure if she was trying to bunt or if she was just trying to get out of the way or both.
Probably giving it a look.
She has a hole in the back of her pants there, her left leg.
Ooh.
Okay. I don't think that was in the strike zone. I didn't think she went
maybe
for
he
it.
Called it a bunt attempt. I know one thing with the kid who's up there trying to bunt, a lot of times she'll throw him up in the zone, you'll get a pop-up.
They're trying to get the ball down. If you throw it up and they go up with it, I can see that. Angles.
Well, they're trying to bunt the top half of the ball, and if you throw the ball in the top part of the strike zone, a lot of times they get the underside of it, and they'll put the ball up in the air, and you get almost a freebie.
And she bunts the ball right there to the pitcher, and she is safe. She is safe.
Next up, number 24, Lindsey Whitlock.
Lindsey has struck out twice, so let's see if they bunt her. Yep.
And safe at first.
Well, Lake can bobble that ball just a little bit. And like I said, in this game, a little bit of a bobble, and all of a sudden translates into a runner on base.
We did mention that at the beginning of the first inning. The speed of the game, even in high school, chances are if you bobble one, they're safe.
Yeah.
So here we go. We got runners, or we don't. Graves County does. They have runners at first and second. No outs here in the top of the 6th.
Kristen bunted last time she was up. Number 3 hitter for.
She's the one that hit the ball, and it went about 7 feet and just died and spun.
Yep.
So here we go. Be a great time. Be a great time for her to bunt again, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And what you want to do here, you want to pitch her into your coverage. So normally you'd have your third baseman playing back, unless you got your shortstop coming over, and you'd throw her.
And the shortstop is over,
yep.
and
that's still a base. Yep.
So now do you bunt her or swing away? Because now you don't need to move the runners over.
Well, you've got your number 3 hitter up, and you got no outs. Let this kid hit. He's got her in a 3 spot for a reason. You bunt her, you're going to get 1 run. She gets a base hit, you get 2 runs. Even if she hits the ball in the infield, chances are you're still going to score a run. So the odds are in your favor by letting her swing the bat.
Runners on second and third, 0-2. Coming outside.
I never was a big fan of squeezing with nobody out, especially with this 3, 4, 5 hitter up.
And she got her.
Yep.
She got her. Took her inside, outside, so
yep.
We'll take that. 1 out. Amanda Hartigan. First at bat was a strikeout. The second at bat had to pop up to third baseman. Or first baseman, I'm sorry. First baseman, senior number 21, Addison Scott. Here on senior day at Lady Laker Field, Calloway County High School. One of the few first pitches that have not been a strike. Calling for it on the inside. She brings it back, a pop-up. Addison Scott calls it. And we'll take that. F3, second out of the inning. This will be huge. They have Caitlin McGill. Caitlin McGill had a single in the second inning and popped up. She's the one that hit it in foul territory. Addison made that great catch running with a little basket catch over in front of the dugout fence. She can do that again here. We'll get out of the second and third no-out jam. And there's a first pitch strike. This is getting kind of exciting here.
Yeah. I don't know why she showed bunt that time with 2 outs. All you got to do is throw it to first and get the out there.
She does it again. Pops it up and over, and she's out. Inning's over. I guess they thought with the success they've had, their runners on second and third got on base by bunting. And maybe maybe they think that Lakin can't field the bunt. I don't know, but they, with 2 outs, runners on second and third, they bunted the ball right to her. So we'll take that.
Yeah, that's a number 5 hitter.
So that was 2 left on base.
Of course, they probably know something we don't. I don't know. She may have been struggling with the bat here as of late, even though she did get a single early. So
yeah, hit with a little soft liner over the second baseman's head. So wasn't like it was an infield hit or something that they outran. So, but anyway, as a Calloway County fan, I'll take it.
Yeah, I started to say
I'm not going to debate it. I'm just going to take it.
That's good for us.
Yeah.
Whoever made the decision.
Yeah. Senior Mackenzie Payne, number 7, in the circle for the Lady Eagles from Graves County. For Calloway County, leading off here in the bottom of the 6th is Calloway County's leadoff batter, number 2, Victoria Doughty.
I just want us to we've hit the ball pretty well with the exception of Kaylee Kelso, though. There's a base hit. There's a base hit.
Is she going to? Yes, she beat it out.
That's what we needed. Lead off, base hit, runners on base. Now we can do something.
And it's our leadoff batter, who is a leadoff batter because good base running, a little bit of speed. And Paige Kramer is one of the better bunters that I've seen. So let's see what he does with her. And tells her to bunt. Ball was up. She pulls back.
Well, I was going to say, other than Kaylee, we haven't had much pop on the ball when we've hit it so far. I'm looking forward to somebody.
Foul ball.
Nice.
Did you say foul or she's out?
Foul.
Okay, she's going to the. Okay, here she comes back. Now, is that a foul because it hit her foot while she was in the batter's box?
Yeah, she'd have been outside the box when that happened.
So that's what this coach is probably asking: did it hit her in the box or in front of the box?
Yeah.
Because in front of the box, it's an out, correct?
Yeah. David, the umpire, David Roof, been around baseball, softball for a long, long time. Very few times is he going to miss a call like that. And if he does, he'll be the first one to ask for help from the first base umpire.
Fouled back out of play. Are you surprised that with one strike that she didn't try to bunt it?
Well, Coach Webb's having a conversation with her right now, so I don't know if she missed a signal or, that could possibly be the case. Kind of sounds like that, but anyway. That's what transpired, so here we are with 0-2 count.
Leadoff batter for Calloway County was Victoria Doughty. She had a single into right field. She stands on first base. I'd very much like to see her standing on second. We'll see if Paige Kramer helps me out with that request. 2 strikes. And there we go. Victoria is safe. Good throw by the catcher. Good throw in there. Victoria slid in and got under the tag. So the scoreboard says there is 1 out, but there is 0 outs. There's timeout. Coach Webb goes to check on Victoria.
He's gonna check with her, man. She came in the base a little bit hard right there, so he's
I've got the count as 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. I'm not for sure.
I think what happened was she probably slid a little bit late. Probably made the play a little bit closer.
A little more harder on the bag than.
Yeah. She starts to slide a little bit sooner. She gets down a little bit lower, and shortstop almost got a tag on her.
Paige Kramer, here's the ball. She fouls it off. Foul territory down left field. That would have been a good play. If that would have been right on the line, probably would have scored. If not, may have played at the plate. Hopefully would have scored. But here we go. And a ball. Three balls, 2 strikes, 0 outs. And here we go. And takes it up high for a walk. And if I'm not mistaken, that is the first walk today by either pitcher.
Yep, I believe you're right.
So Calloway has 0 outs, runners on first and second. This is the first time, the second time today that we've had 2 runners on base at the same time.
Well, this is a situation right here where you go ahead and bunt and move that. Then you put 2 people in scoring position.
Well, this is your number 3 batter.
Yeah.
Do you go ahead and bunt her, or do you let her swing away?
I bunt her because it's the 6th inning. We've only got 1 more bat after this one if the score stays the same. Now, I say that, if Addison's been ripping the ball and she's been tearing the cover off of it, hey, let her swing the bat.
But when you talked about the player you had, it was in a slump, so you told him to bunt. Here she squares around to bunt. She puts it in play, and she is safe at third.
High school ball. Pitch and catch. So you bunt the ball, not a great bunt, right back to the pitcher. Pitcher, throws to third, drop the ball. Now we got 3 people on with a chance to win the ball game here. or at least go ahead.
Next up to bat, number 17, Annabeth Carter.
And I really hope Addison Scott gets to second base because on my score sheet, I've already got her standing there. I've got 2 people on second base right now. Hopefully, the umpire won't look at my sheet and call somebody out.
So what you're going to do is, this is the crappy headset.
So here we go. Annabeth Carter has put the ball in play. Both at bats, hit a ground ball to second baseman. It was a good hit.
Yeah.
And if she does that again, that definitely will score a run because there's no way that second base will be able to make that play and get the out at. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now the thing is too, right here you've got the infield fly rule. We've had it in effect the last 2 batters, so you just don't want to put the ball up in the air right now.
First pitch strike.
Let's put something on the ground.
And then the same thing with the left side. The left side can be more.
No balls,
Shortstop's
1 strike,
playing
0
back.
outs.
If she hits the ball to the shortstop right now, unless she hits a shot at her, we're probably going to score at home plate because Vic is she got a little speed down there at third base. The other thing is right here, you want to freeze on a line drive and see what happens.
With bases loaded, do you tell your runner on third to take a bigger lead? And she hits it out. This is going to be somebody's going to tag. And the ball is left field. 1 run scores. 2 run scores. And a 2-run double by Annabeth Carter. The sophomore comes through when needed.
Now
you were right. You said tag because we were going to get that run in whether she caught it or not. But there was no need to tag. That was a legitimate.
Yeah. Now Kaylee hit the ball. She had line drive, little fader to the shortstop last time. Kaylee's got some pop in her bat. I mean, I remember her playing younger days, and she drove the ball to the wall a couple of times.
And
there it is. There's a run.
And senior, number 21, Addison Scott, crosses the plate on senior night. And a fielder's choice. Oh, there was a fielder's choice. I just call it a 6-3. Gets the RBI. That's the first out for the Lakers.
See, that's what I was saying, that the shortstop's playing so deep, she can't make a play there.
There's only 1 out here.
Be smart. Next up to bat, number 43, Ellie Futrell.
Justin.
You got a pinch runner down there at third base, but I'm not sure who it is. She's wearing a 40 for 17. Thanks, sir.
Number 40, that is Kelso. She is a 7th grader.
The younger Kelso.
There are 3 Kelsos on the field.
All right.
Pitcher, catcher, and pinch runner. And she does have some speed. And it's up. Unfortunately, the ball is up. And did she get back? And yes, she did. So it's going to be a F1. And then up here, it'll go where she got caught off there. So 1, 6.
Whenever we talk about bunting the bottom half of the ball, that puts that ball up in the air. So if you get it on the top half, then you get the ball on the ground. It looked like a safety squeeze, so because
she wasn't coming straight hard.
No.
Yeah. Now, in a situation like that, a safety squeeze, so you're going to come down a little further than normal. So if a ball's hit like that, you just got to turn around and sprint back. I mean, that's kind of still a tough situation for you.
Yeah, safety squeeze, you're kind of reading the defender and seeing where the throw's going. You want to be off enough that you can get back, but also off enough as the throw goes to first, you can score.
Coach Morris, we are right where we want to be, I would say. At the end of 6, in the bottom of the 6, Calloway County 2 hits, scored 3 runs, took the lead 3-1 after 6 innings. And here we go with Graves County. They're going to start off the 7th inning with a number 6 batter.
Yep.
So they're going to go 6, 7, and 8. Is that correct? 6, 7, 8, and 9, actually. Hopefully just 6, 7, and 8.
7 and 8, right.
So we had a number 5, Taylor Travis.
He struck out the first time and then popped up to the third baseman the second time.
Here we are, top of the 7th. First at the bat, number 5, Taylor Travis.
Now, I'd watch them, you know, they had a lot of luck playing small ball the last few innings, so just let's make them swing the bats. There it is again. So that's what they did. She squares around the bunt and takes the ball low.
And the second pitch of the at-bat.
Good. There you go.
A strike. Coach Morris, I'm not going to lie to you. When it was 1-0, that wind was a lot colder than it is now when we're up 3-1.
Something about scoring some runs and gets the old blood flowing if you're just sitting there watching the game.
And I get to sit in the stands and watch the next game.
There you go.
I may get my blanket out of the truck. And she hits it in the air.
Come on, Vic. There you go.
But a soft liner to Victoria Doughty. F6, that's the first out of the inning. Now, number 55, Audrey Jo Kemp. She popped up to the first baseman and then had a single, a stolen base at second, and then scored. She is the only run of the day for the Graves County Lady Eagles. And the first pitch squares around a bunt, pulls back, but it is a called strike. First pitch strike. She is a sophomore.
Again, right now is where we talk about pitching into your coverage. I mean, if they're going to bunt the ball, you always want to make sure that you're throwing.
Foul back. 0 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Now you can loosen up your defense. Beth needs to take a few steps back, give herself a little bit more range right and left. Every step in that you take in cuts away a step right or left. Or at least that's what I've always been told.
Well, I think because the ball gets on you a lot faster.
Yeah, exactly.
Graves County sitting on a 7-game winning streak. She hangs tough with 2 strikes. Fouls that one back. Good cut. Graves County defeated Calloway County on April the 15th at Graves County by the score of 2-0. That was the first game of their current 7-game winning streak. Here we are now. Lady Laker Field, and she pops it up. Shortstop is calling for it. She goes back and catches it. That's the second out. Now, the rule I've always been told is the infielders go back until the outfielders come and call them off.
Yep.
And I also heard the other day that, you know, you should say you, me, because if you say I got it, you got it, all anybody hears is got it.
Yeah, got it, yeah.
Number 7, Mackenzie Payne, the pitcher. Foul tip, first pitch strike. She struck out in the 3rd inning, and then in the 5th inning, hit the ball back to the pitcher. I believe she may have bunted the ball back to the pitcher. I can't remember. And here we go. We are 1 strike away from a senior day victory.
That's a good sign for the Lady Lakers if they can come back and avenge their loss.
She asked for it up, and she went for it in foul territory, and Annabeth Carter catches it. And that is the 3rd and final out of the inning and final out of the game. So 0 runs, 0 hits, 0 left on base. And the final score, Calloway County 3, Graves County 1. And Calloway ends the 7-game winning streak for the Lady Eagles. And you always want to be the person that ends somebody's winning streak, but isn't even better when it's on senior day.
There you go.
So what a way to honor our lone senior, number 21, Addison Scott. And that win puts Calloway County in double digits in the win column. So that's always important as well, isn't it?
And like I said, Grays has been playing well. They're on a 7-game win streak, and all of a sudden you come back and beat them. It's something that the other teams in the region will take notice of, because obviously Grays has been doing well, and so now that's a good sign for us. We need to get on a roll and start playing well at this juncture of the season, and getting close to the postseason coming up. That's a good sign for us.
You know, Coach Morris, I told somebody today, I said, you know, we lost 2-0 at Grays County, but I believe we're a better team now. But I don't know, Grays County could be a better team too. True. So today, I think Grays County was probably a better team, and we're a better team than we were on April 15th. And on senior day, number 21, senior first baseman Addison Scott, actually scored the run today, the third and final run for the Lady Lakers, and victorious. And thank you very much for joining me again this year. And your insight and your intellect and your wit are always a joy to be around. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate you for asking me.
For Eddie Morris, my name is Brian Wilmerth, and this has been another production from Calloway County Live under the direction of Master Teacher Randy Herndon. Student production here, Calloway Live. Calloway County High School, a final score 3-1 over Grays County on Senior Day. Thank you for watching.